Till now we saw the coagulants that can be used for this coagulation process. After we have selected our coagulant, then this mixing is required of this coagulant. So the coagulant is introduced in the suitable form, that is either in dry or wet form, in this tank which is called as flash mixer. And here we do the mixing of coagulant with our raw water. So what is happening here, we introduce the coagulant at this point and one impeller is connected to a shaft and we have a motor here due to which it is rotating, and from the other side we introduce the raw water. Now at this point rapid mixing is taking place. Because of this rapid mixing, coagulant is properly mixed in water and our purpose is served. Now this measurement of this mixing, that if this mixing will be proper or not, it is done using this one term which is known as temporal mean velocity gradient. So what do we mean by this velocity gradient here? Velocity gradient, it is denoted as g. So it is the, let's say we have two particles, one is having a velocity of v1 and another is having a velocity of v2, and the distance between them is x. So velocity gradient is v1 minus v2 divided by x, that is change in velocity over their distance. Now let's see, if you want to mix these particles properly, if they are in the fluid and if you want to mix them properly, so for that, if let's say these two particles are moving at the same velocity, then this mixing will be proper, or if they are moving at a different velocity, then the mixing will be proper. So obviously when this velocity difference is more, then mixing will be better. This you can understand in another way also. Let's say one flow is laminar and another is turbulent. So in which case mixing will be proper? So obviously when the flow is turbulent, then mixing will be proper. So this is how we measure, or what we measure using this velocity gradient, that is the change in velocity over their distance. So if this distance is more and the velocity change is high, then we can say G is high and mixing will be proper. That is the meaning of this velocity gradient, and it is also the rate of power input in water. Per unit volume, rate of power unit per unit volume. So it is given as G is equal to under root P upon mu into V. So P is taken in watts here, that is the power required. Mu is the dynamic viscosity, because that will also affect the power required. Dynamic viscosity. So watts, the unit of watts we can write as Newton meter per second, and dynamic viscosity is Newton second per meter square, and volume of the tank would be in meter cube. So if you put all these units, you will get the unit of G as 1 by second or second inverse. That is the unit of this velocity gradient. And if let's say T is your mixing time or detention time as you call it, then this parameter G into T, it will be a dimensionless parameter which is used in the design of this flash mixer. So the value of GT is kept between 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 5. Now apart from this rapid mixing which we require for coagulants, this kind of mixing like slow mixing is also done, but that is done in case of flocculation. So when the slow mixing is done, then these flocks can they can increase in size and they can settle easily. So there is one more thing, that is if G is more and T is less, that is this velocity gradient is high and detention time is low, then you will get small flocks, and if G is less, G is small and T is high, then you will get bigger flocks or the large flocks. So this first one is adopted in flash mixer and the other one is adopted in flocculation tank. Because we want these flocks to increase in size, then the settlement can take place. So then we have some questions which have come in GATE. So this one is just what I have talked about. So here it is given that design parameter for flocculation is given by dimensionless number gt, where g is velocity gradient and t is detention time. The most preferred combination of g and t to produce smaller and denser flock. So this I forgot to add, along with smaller it is also denser. So smaller and denser flock will form when g is more and t is less, and larger flock will form when g is less and t is more. So directly you can answer this: large value of g and small value of t, then you will get smaller and denser flock. After that, one more question is there which also came in GATE. A water treatment plant is required to process 28,800 meter cube per day of raw water. Density is 1000 kilogram per meter cube and kinematic viscosity is 10 to the power minus 6 meter square per second. The rapid mixing tank imparts a velocity gradient of 900 second inverse. G is equal to 900 second inverse, and to blend 35 milligram per liter of alum with the flow for a duration time of 2 minutes. That is, detention time is given as 2 minutes. The power input required for the mixing is, so it is asking for this power input. Now the formula what we have for velocity gradient is g is equal to p upon mu into v. So we know we need the volume, we need the dynamic viscosity. G is given to us. So apart from that, what is given? This flow is given, that is 28,800 meter cube per day, and kinematic viscosity is given, that is 10 to the power minus 6 meter square per second, as well as the density, that is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So using this density and kinematic viscosity, you can find out the dynamic viscosity. So that will be the multiplication of these two, that is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 Newton second per meter square. And next thing, we need the volume. So for that we have been given this flow as well as detention time. So volume is equal to q into t, that is equal to 28,800, but it is in meter cube per day and this is in minute. So let's convert this into minute, meter cube per minute. So that is 24 into 60, that will be in minutes multiplied by 2. So if you solve this, it is equal to 40 meter cube. Apart from this, so now we know everything. We can use this formula. G is equal to p upon under root mu into v. G is 900 equal to p divided by mu is 10 to the power minus 3 and v is 40 meter cube. So if you solve this, you will get p as 32400. So this is just the direct question. Just you have to remember that we are using dynamic viscosity here, because if you put the kinematic, then answer will be something else, and these three options are almost similar. So this is it for this rapid mixing. After this, we'll start with the filters. Thank you.